The bind day won't know. Welcome. This is Dibia Wangu Chendo. Greetings, my people. How na day? So let's continue. We are about to talk about fire element. Best way to live a productive life for a fire element. Well, fire element is mystical, an embodiment of God, the sun, the rising sun. Fire element is light, a source of light, source of inspiration, passion, impatience. Yes, they are always impatient. They are very idealistic, very impulsive, authoritative, creative. They are also passionate, and they are also inventive. You know, they invent a lot of things, depend on their inspiration, depend on what they have a passion for. So what am I saying in essence is that as fire element, you have that inherent ability to create and to destroy, because you are not idle, neither are you docile. You are not an idle person. You are not the docile. Docility is not your name. That is fire element for you. Fire for fire. Now, as fire element, you need to be in good terms with your chi. Ndị ichie, anyanwụ na-agbala, eze enu. You understand? Like some will say, Arabunago, Amadioha. You have to be in good terms with them. There are also some deities that use fire. Uzo, ezo, uzo. Some will say, Apotapo. They have this fire that they appear with. What am I saying in essence? You need to be in good terms with your foundational spirit, with the ancestral spirit that is linked to your lineage. Stop forming ignorance. Alright? If you know you have something like that in your agbolo, please try as much as possible to be in good terms with them, so that things will always move well for you and you will always be on the right path. Being on the right path entails that you have to do the right thing always. Therefore, you can always put on a red apparel, cloth, orange, yellow. And you also use those colors for your spiritual works. You can use white. Using white candle is universal. Majorly, every spiritualist need to use white. So what am I saying in essence? What you need to do is you have to align with your source, align with your portal, be holy, be pure, be godly always. Don't sleep around. Sleeping around will destroy you, will diminish your power, because you are creative. There are people with negative energy you go and sleep with. They will dull your shine. They will put you back, set you back. You will now take several seats back. For maybe you know, sex is spiritual. And when you do it with the wrong person, somebody who is not in good terms with the spiritual guide, hey, na war zone, na battle, it will reflect and affect you. So you have to be careful in what you do. Just make sure that you are in good terms with your spirit guides. All the known forces, I call them forces because they are warriors, they are fighters, they bless also. They are your guardians. When you understand even more, you will know that when you say forces, it is not as if it's negative forces. Your spirit guides, they are your forces. Alright? Your foundation, your spiritual foundation and your spiritual pillar, they are your forces too. So whichever terms that work for you, that you acknowledge, try and recognize it that way. Now, some of you, because you are fire element, you don't like sleeping in darkness. You always want light to You don't like sleeping in darkness. That is why you always want light to be on in your room. It's not as if you are afraid of the dark, but it's because of your portal. So if you see people or your roommate is the kind of person that doesn't want you to switch off the light, don't be offended. Don't take it that the person doesn't want you to enjoy the sleep. It might be as a result of the person's spiritual portal. Some naturally they are also afraid of the dark. They wouldn't uh, want to sleep in the dark. They have a phobia for sleeping in darkness. So light should always be available where you are. It gives a quick connection between you and your aura, either lamp or candle for quick connection. Some of them, if they want to do their divination, the candle must stay in front of them lighted, and they will be granted access to the spiritual realm. Some, they will just hold the candle, it is lighted, and they will be granted access to the spiritual realm. Some, the candle might not be lighted, but you have used it to pray. That is, you will just hold the candle as a source of connection before. Some of them that have light element who are called to serve can be able to connect. And Habana more, the way I am now, when they connect, they start telling you what you said in that candle. They start asking for answers to your request using that candle. Some will go deeper and even explain things or tell you things that you did not ask on that candle, but it is affecting your spiritual life. It reminds me of the way that we used to do shono in Sele that time. Some, it will be incense, they will blow the incense, and before you know it, pam, you teleport yourself into the spirit realm. That's just it. Because of the sweet smelling incense and all that. It will catapult you into the spirit realm. It works. Now, most of them, they wear red. When the dibia na-eyi akwa mmemme. Yes, it's good for fire element. It helps to activate their spiritual works. They work with ashes. That's ntuola, anything that has to do with fire. That is why when I wrote my article on awele, you do awele based on your element. The items that will be used for you is based on your element, and also based on what your spiritual guides say. Because there are some things you want to include in that your awele, your spirit guide might be against them. And I also counsel you that before you do awele, say si wala gafa, go for spiritual divination to know whether your spiritual guides accept it. Some will say that they are enough for you, don't need any awele. They are enough for you. Anything you want, come and tell them. They will bring you the available resources for you to carry out anything you want. That is how it is. Now, as a fire element, you have that innate and spiritual ability to manipulate things, situations to suit people who need your help. You can do spiritual work like turning a court case upside down, or either to favor a client, to stop situations, to hijack any evil, stop evil, to also do back to sender. Most times they are the ones at the forefront when spiritual works are ongoing. Maybe you need some, like then they used to say that in Sele, some elders. Elders will come. The person leading, if you're not a fire element or you are not strong spiritually, whatever element you are, if you're not strong spiritually, that work is not going to move. It's going to have setbacks. Let me not divert. All I'm trying to tell you is that fire elements, they are team leaders when it comes to spiritual works. They have that ability to manipulate things, situation, to turn things around if they really know the power that they have. It is not every element that know the kind of power they have. So you have to look deep within yourselves. There are the ones you discover by yourself, self-discovery. There are ones that maybe you need a mentor to help you align or guide you. It depends. And when you're looking for a mentor, please make sure your spirit accepts the one that matches you, strength for strength, spiritually. You understand? So, when you're talking about teleporting, the Dibias of old, Ikiri, majorly people with fire elements have that natural ability to do that. But as an initiate, you are meant to work with all the elements. So an initiate, whether fire element or not, can also teleport. Just make sure they get the right materials in place. You know what to do. When you are also landing, they make sure those things are in place. They know what to do. If it's the one that you don't need people to be aware, you just do it from the initial onset. You just appear in your room, in your inner chamber. That is just it. When it comes to teleporting, using fire, like the Dibias of old, give it up for fire element. Even transformation, transmanwering. You remember the bottled leopard? The Dibias of old, they did that. It's in my lineage, Ikiri, and also transfiguring and transmutating to a leopard, because they are guardians of the night. They do that to protect the society from marauders that will come to kidnap our women or rape our women, or thieves that will go to Yamba and all that. When it comes towards morning time, say like 4 5, it starts expiring. They need to transmutate back to humans. There are the ones that when you go and you don't know, or you get caught in a snare, maybe hunters this thing. If you don't tell any of your good or close friends that if they don't know that you have that ability, and when money comes they don't see you, you know that something is wrong. If you have a good friend, they will look out for you, as long as you don't use it to do evil. You understand? You don't go out, transmutate to a leopard or a lion and start killing people. Mba. And the way they do it is that once you see them face to face, maybe accidentally in the bush or in the dark at night, their eyes will hypnotize you. You will be hypnotized. You can't do anything. You just freeze. Within that few seconds, they will slip away. And so that you won't see them anymore. That's how it is. Even those that have the ability to command bees, I have witnessed that. It's very, very real, even though we have Dr. Thomasis. The handler is always extremely careful. Or sometimes they will also unhinge themselves. If they find something that is abominable, or somebody that does something abominable and you think you can hide it, they will storm out and deal with you. Some other West African countries, their DBS are also good in that. They use it to catch criminals. When they do the ritual and set the bees off, they will come there, because they will hook you. You see the person's elbow and arm being filled with beads. Maybe the face, part of the face, maybe the neck, the boy ganon. So what am I saying? This is the reason why some did not write it down or divulge that knowledge to other generations. You don't know the generation. You don't know what they can do. You don't know if they have that self-control. You don't know if they have that patience. That is why some of these secrets died with our fathers. Some might out of impatience, like fire element that has that in them, Unleash the bee. Maybe what happened does not entail that you will unleash the bee. Or you might see them at night, they transform to leopard or lion. Out of anger, they want to do justice. You see them killing. You know, Annie forbids that. Shedding of blood. No. Even you, a dibia that knows how to give and say that you're on the dark side, that blood will cry against you, no matter your ubuma, no matter where you belong, your secret cult. The blood of the innocent you shed will cry against you. And you see those forces work against them. That is why they are always looking for one or the other to put and keep for protection, for this, for that. A real Onatarachi dibia keep their hands clean. Mgbe ọbụla gị na anya na-ekpe ikpe, ndị ichie na-ekpe ikpe, ụmụada na-ekpe ikpe, is not good. It doesn't foretell well for you. In a limperi, there is somewhere you are offending. So strive as much as possible to know your element, know its do's and don'ts, and keep to it. Now, you as a firebender, don't go and manipulate things to give injustice to people. Human injustice or that. When you are manipulating things, make sure you do your spiritual investigation, know the guilty party, know how to solve the issue. Because most times, some of our DBS are guilty of that. Somebody will come and tell you, he did this to me, he did that to me. I don't want her to ever marry again. I don't want her to ever do this again. Do your due diligence. Investigate. Make your findings. Know the real offender. So you don't go because this person is your friend or your client. You want your client to put you in high esteem. You go against nature. You go against the natural law of the universe. You go against your spiritual guide. At the end of the day, if you find out, you know it's a big problem. All right? So always be slow to anger. Be as gentle as a dove. If you are manipulating, make sure you are manipulating right, not wrong. If you want situations to calm down, yes, you can do that. Let situation calm down. Avoid escalating it. Avoid using your power negatively. That is the summary of what I'm saying. Most times, when fire element wants to do their work, using sunlight, anyanwụ na-agbara, is the best. For any good dibia who is called to serve, using anyanwụ na-agbara is the best. The sun, face the direction of the rising sun. There is nothing you do there with your clean hand that will not work. Most dibias who are honest, you see them using anyanwụ na-agbara. Even when they don't have ezenu, for those people still starting, you can just come out there in the sun, under the sun, do what you want to do. Call on your spirit guide. They will answer you speedily. Even if the person is abroad, yes, use the sunlight, anyanwụ na-agbara, and do the spiritual work. It's going to work. You also have to work hand in hand with other elements if you are also fire elements, especially air and water, to make spiritual work go well. Because when you light a candle, experiment, you see the breeze. The candle will go this direction or go that direction. And when you want to stand the candle, you put it where? On top of earth. You understand? And when you want to douse the fire that you feel it has burned enough, you use what? Water. Can you see that the four elements go hand in hand when it comes to spirituality? That is why eji akpọ ndị dibia ọkala mmadụ ọkala mmụọ. That is why a good dibia should be in good terms with all the elements. If you want to send out spiritual work, maybe through burning things, you use gunpowder. That is fire element for you. Easy put that through anwụrụ. You know when you ignite, light will flare, there will be whoosh, air. Then the smoke has to do with guinea, air element. Then after everything, sending it out, you want to say anajuroyi. You also use what? Water. Because you did not intentionally set fire upon the ground or on yourself. Then you want to use it to send out spiritual work. When you are sure the work has gone out, you use your phone and seal it. Bam. Then you use water. If any do that gunpowder, see, and I'm making it, and I julu eating your work and I'm local. But you want to douse the fire because you are finished doing the spiritual work. That is for initiator. Please, oh, I don't know. I don't want to say things that is not meant for normal people. All right? Yes, I also know I'm abnormal. Anybody that me feel more is always abnormal because of the album. It's people like myself that will understand me properly. So, as a fire element, you can destroy charms. Yeah. You have that ability to gain insight and do spiritual divination while staring at the candle or the sun. I've said that before, earlier on. Well, that charm, the ability to destroy charm, is because they are always at the forefront when they want to do spiritual work. Alright? Then physiotherapy, healing people, using heat to regenerate lost energy, that's your ability. So you see some of them are physiotherapists. Maybe when they check, they will see that their portal is fire. Notwithstanding, one person can have two elements. The one must be dormant and one will be active. That is how it works. For the chosen one, they have all the elements. That is me, my own saying, what I believe in, because they need to work with all those four elements. So I believe they have all of them. But there must be a dominant one. Get dominating. I did not say dormant, please. I say dominant. So fire element. Now, you like to start something new and finish it. When they start a project, they work it out and they see to it, it's established, everything is put in place. So they always like to start something new. They like planning. They don't like things being in disarray. They don't like cut and join. They like to see that what they do goes well. They are very good in alcohol and also business management, project management. They are business people, they are planners. And when it comes to construction, if obuna worker, like an artisan, you see them, they power so well there. Because the use of force is in their nature. When you hit that hammer, bah, bah, bah. When you break things, brr, 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 brr. You like creating, being creative. As you are breaking, you are putting it in place, it's taking shape. You are giving birth to something new. That is fire element for you. They are not good in office work because they feel confined and restricted. Wearing tie every day. You see some of them, once they come back, they are tired. Because Afro can make careful. In the meantime, if you don't see a job that is suitable, you might agree to that office job. But at the end, if they are connected spiritually, they will find their bearings. Because their energy requires them to be up and about. They don't need to be caged. They don't want to be caged. So you as a fire element, when you harness that power of light, that power of fire, you have to do well with it. You have to do spiritual works. Back to sender, like I've said before, leading formidable battles. Maybe they will now want something to be done about it spiritually. If you trace very well, you will see that the leader of that spiritual work will have fire elements. Maybe from the nickname Anenye, Obuagu, Otabuadaka, and all that. Hey, Obuzo, you will know that the person is formidable. It has element of fire. If you want make una die, una go die there. That kind of attitude. Never say never attitude. Always combat ready. That is fire element for you. They don't tolerate rubbish. They don't tolerate nonsense. You know them because of their hot temper too. But learn to manage your temper. Anger management is needed. Learn how to be calm. Learn how to use gentility because they are forceful people. It's not as if they will grab you and force you to something, but they want you to key in and follow suit with their idea. Yes, that's the best way I can explain it. They will tell you, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this. And you want to be petted and all that. They don't pet you. They'll just tell you it's like a form of command, a form of authority. You must do this for it to work. That is their nature. It's not as if they are knowingly, exhibiting that character or that trait. Is because of who they are, fire element. I don't want to say much. I believe I've done justice to how productive you can be as a fire element. Just remember that when you want to sleep, lighting an incense beside you, or just keep it some distance away from you is okay. Keeping the light on while you sleep is okay. You don't have phobia. It's because of your elemental makeup. All right. If you see yourself traveling somewhere, maybe in the sleep, before you wake up and go there in reality, yes, that is you as a fire element. You are teleporting. What is this thing they call? Kindnesses. You are very good in it. All right. So know your strength, know your weakness, know how to make amends, know your strong fault. Uh, you are a leader. That is you, fire element. So learn how to balance things up. Learn how to have that ability to gain insight. Uh, if your journey as a spiritual person, please be patient. That is the kind of people you see fall out with their mentors. They don't mind fighting their mentors. They don't mind countering what their mentors are teaching them. They don't mind experimenting what they are taught on their mentors because they believe seeing is believing. Please, if you are that fire element and you see yourself doing these things, please caution. Caution is the word. Ndidi. Nwayọ nwayọ ndidi ka eji eri azụ onye ndidi. Please be patient because I've had an instance when somebody told me that he has fallen out with all his mentors. I now say, is it me, a woman, that you now come for me to mentor you on this spiritual journey? Your husband say you go slap me one day now. He really laughed. He said, no. But he feels that I understand him. Because when he came to my inbox, the way he was talking to me, I would just read his message and keep quiet. After some time, my spirit now said, you can talk to him. And now I said, don't you know that I've been attending to other people before you came to my inbox? Wait now, when is your turn? I will answer you. Don't forget I responded and I said, welcome. I will get back to you. It doesn't mean that I'm feeling big. When Edibia says she will get back to you in her inbox, please know that she is busy. I want to use this little time in this video to sensitize people. All right? It's good you go straight to the point. Most of you, because of your problems, you become so worried, so burdened, you don't even remember that this spiritual person has to sleep. If mental stress kill me, wetin you gain? Shey if I die now, another person go take over na abi? So we have the time that we need to rest. Sometimes the spirit wakes up to attend to people at night. I do that mostly because I'm working class. All right. In my B, you are expecting me to interact with you in the morning or afternoon, but I won't. It will be in the midnight. And sometimes I don't like to disturb. I'll just drop the voice note, or if I'm in the mood of writing, I will type it. Okay? So when they say, I will get back to you, the person is not feeling big. The person might be busy doing spiritual works. For like me, it's weekend, and when I go to the market, I will buy and buy and buy and buy. Or now you boom. You have a load of things to carry, and the spiritual work will be piled up and all that. I have to attend to those ones first before attending to new people. So, on a very good note, I would like to say, please like and share, subscribe, bring people to love my channels. Very soon, I will be going live on YouTube and also on Facebook. Okay? So, Edibia is not a bad person. is just a lucky person that nature and the universe has blessed with special gifts and powers. And for me, Dibia, I am promising to use my gift positively, except me, Chomoku, because we are taught to defend ourselves. Because I'm striving to be a calm person, a good person, to use my powers uh, positively. It doesn't mean that you should come looking for my trouble. I will not spare you, please. Thank you.